Now at 6, the bones of 3 people were found inside a home in Burlington, and police say the person who found them had just bought the house. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Annette Montgomery. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules is live in Burlington with the latest on the investigation and how people nearby are now reacting to that discovery. Alicia.
Annette, the homeowner bought the home as is at a foreclosure auction. They later discovered the skeletal remains of 3 people there. The people I spoke with who visit the area often say hearing something like this is terrifying.
Sounds very scary to see skeletons in a house.
Vicky Havey bikes near the area often. She says the situation is frightening. She also says she feels sorry for the 3 people and the homeowner who made the discovery.
Just sad. Very sad.
State police say troopers responded to the home on Stanwich Lane for reports of human remains found inside the home. Investigators say a new home buyer bought the home as is at a foreclosure auction. But when it was time to take a look inside, they found the skeletal remains of 3 people. Mark Chowinik bikes in the area often. He says the discovery is disturbing.
I never heard of anything like that happen anywhere that I knew about personally.
The remains have not yet been identified, and the cause of death is still under investigation. Police believe this was an isolated incident and say there is no active threat to the public. Live in Burlington, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
Thank you so much, Alicia. Well, a woman has been arrested and charged after a deadly crash on the Aragoni Bridge. Now, this is an update in a story we first reported on back in November. Today, new court documents are shining a light on exactly what happened in the moments leading up to the crash. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson spent the day in court and shares those new details.
This arrest warrant for Angela Grammaticcio paints a much clearer picture of the night a 70-year-old man died on the Aragoni Bridge, going 40 miles over the speed limit, swerving in and out of lanes, and intoxication are just some of the accusations. And now she faces a judge.
Reckless. That's just one of the words the state used to describe 32-year-old Angela Grammaticcio. Her first day in court was quick but consequential. A Middletown judge held her bond at $75,000 as the Connecticut native faces second-degree manslaughter, possession of a controlled substance, and 4 other charges. This arrest warrant details Grammaticio's night leading up to the crash around 9 p.m. on November 11th. That night included several shots of an unnamed substance at a local bar, her last shot just 35 minutes before the crash. However, her blood alcohol level was only measured at 0.04%, which is under the legal driving limit of 0.08%. But it was what police found in her car that caused more trouble. 2 bags of an unknown white powder, later identified as cocaine. The drug also showed up on Grammaticio's blood test. Her attorney Peter Soulsby told us he thinks the fact that her blood alcohol was below the legal limit will be key to her defense. Grammaticcio has already been released on bond and will be back in court July 21st. In Middletown, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
2-vehicle crash in Hartford led to a driver being pulled out of the car by first responders. Now, that crash happened today just before 1 p.m. on Blue Hills Avenue. Fire crews say the driver hit an occupied parked delivery van, which led to that car flipping on its side. Now, that driver was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. Officials say medics checked the delivery driver on scene. Tonight, that crash is still under investigation.
A fire forced 5 families out of their homes last night in Hartford. Officials say the fire was in a second-floor bedroom on Webster Street. Everyone made it out safely, and crews said they put it out in about 15 minutes. Now firefighters are looking into what caused it. All right, time for a look at the weather now with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. Nice to see so many people outside soaking up the sunshine, Rachel.
Oh, yeah, we've got the sun, we've got the low humidity, temperatures that are right around average. Kind of Goldilocks weather, right? Not too hot, not too cold, just right. I totally stole that term from Matt Scott years ago. 72 in the New Haven area, 76 in Hartford. Beautiful across the state, but definitely cooler at the Connecticut shoreline, where there is also a breeze. Hey, wind gusts have stopped reporting. Just at the last hour, we were still seeing gusts up to around 20, but at least the winds are starting to come down now. So once again, we are looking at great sleeping weather tonight. Overnight lows will be in the 50s, so you don't need the AC. You don't even need a ceiling fan. You could just open up those windows. Tomorrow, we'll start off in the 50s. We'll see more clouds stream in midday into the afternoon with highs in the mid to upper 70s. There is a slight chance for a shower in the afternoon, especially in western Connecticut, but I think most of the day stays dry. And then there is a better chance for seeing a scattered shower, maybe a thunderstorm as we head through the afternoon on Thursday. That could impact outdoor plans. We'll get a closer look coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, the FBI and its law enforcement partners disrupted an alleged plot targeting this past weekend's UFC Freedom 250 event in Washington, D.C.
Jared Halpern has those details.
The FBI says it busted an attempted terror attack on Sunday's UFC America 250 event at the White House. Court records show the plot involved small drones carrying explosives hitting buildings near the event. And while evacuations took place, a sniper team would take out high-level government officials and other prominent attendees. Then a second wave was allegedly planned to storm the White House gate.
I have not yet been briefed on this, but if true, this is a dramatic win for law enforcement and obviously just an incredible thing to save lives.
5 people are in custody, and investigators say another 23 may be part of a larger potential network. Investigators became aware of the scheme thanks to a tip from the mother of one of the alleged plotters, 19-year-old Tyson Proper.
It was unique due to the numbers involved, the level of planning.
According to court documents, authorities seized several boxes of ammunition from Proper as well as a firearm. Proper told investigators he was communicating with people online, calling themselves Vanguard of the Old.
And just because we're done with Freedom 250 or that particular event doesn't mean we're going to stop. There are still suspects at large, and we're going to work it until everyone's been identified.
The Secret Service is ramping up security across D.C., leading 4th of July celebration plans and designating it a national special security event. That's the same level as a presidential inauguration. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox 61.
We all know right now finding an affordable place to live isn't easy for families across the country and right here in Connecticut. So now a new development in Meriden is aiming to help close that gap. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot shows us how this project is expanding housing options in the city.
I spoke with the mother earlier, and she says not only are these apartments affordable, but they also provide resources and assistance to her and her daughter. The Tremont Flats building used to be a piano and organ factory. Now it's an apartment complex for people who meet a certain income. Officials and people who live here say the amenities and new appliances make it feel like home. One mom said this complex redefines what affordable housing looks like.
It's so easy, but I'm proud to say that I have a income-based apartment and I'm able to give that other side. I don't know what everyone else deal with, but I just know if we as a community come in and we respect our homes and respect everyone else's home, we do it together collectively, we can have places where we can live.
There is a wait list of more than 200 people. If you're interested in calling the Tremont Flats your home, we'll have the details you need to know on the free Fox 61 News app and fox61.com. In Meriden, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
Thank you, Kay. The town of Hamden says some of the paperwork a candidate turned in to qualify for an election is missing, and now police and state election officials are investigating. The town didn't say whose paperwork is missing or what office they were seeking, but it did say a deputy registrar of voters notified Mayor Adam Sindroff about the issue Sunday morning. We've reached out to investigators to get more information, and we'll let you know as soon as we hear back.
Right now, we're learning more information about what led to a 20-year-old man being hit by a car in Middletown this Sunday. Police say it doesn't appear he was walking on a crosswalk when he was hit on Washington Street around 11:30 at night. Now, police say the driver stayed on scene and has been fully cooperating with the investigation. Tonight, that man is in critical condition.
Well, right now, Middletown police are investigating a report of gunshots. Officers say it happened before 10:40 last night near Brayburn Lane. Detectives say there haven't been any injury reports or property damage. They say they will release more information as it becomes available.
Take a look at this insane scene over in New Canaan this morning. This happened after a man drove a car into Steve Benkel Pool at Waveney Park. Now, police say he was trying to park the car, but accelerated through the pool fence and right into the pool. You saw it there. Now, luckily, officials say no one was swimming at the time. Lifeguards and officers were able to pull the man out. Now, we're told he wasn't injured, but was taken to the hospital to get checked out.